Do we go to heaven of buttons? Buttons, buttons. Who's got the buttons? And although we can stand here all day... Oh, they're saying buttons. Really cool. And that's heaven. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now that I think about it, there is one thing that we can do.
When Stanley came to a set of two open,
When we go
this
to
was
the
not
right,
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
one of our
well.
options is
Perhaps
we can go
he wanted
through
to stop by the
the
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
we go through here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, that's right. There is a path through here. Taking another elevator down. I had forgotten about that.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
I really don't like that.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
The first time I played through this and I got here,
thinking? It's clearly...
I don't know why,
Oh dear, would you
but
hold on
that
for a
door
minute?
shutting in my face made my heart jump.
Now, let's see. We went down right.
This is so
left,
unexpected.
Down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Yes.
Come, Stanley.
An adventure.
Let's find the story.
The story. I do like this part of the game. It's fun, and you're gonna hear the most stuck in your head, addictive music background track ever. You'll never get out of your head once you hear it. Well, when we get to it.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Now, it would be cool if they had included something that allowed you to, like, break the glass and go in places you're not supposed to.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Creepy.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yes, finally, the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the yellow line. Finally, we had to go through here.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience
Okay,
of
this
that
is like
existence,
Looney Tunes
right?
ridiculous here.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh yes, I love this music. Now this is adventure music.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Alright.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, enough with the lagging. Enough with the lagging. Too bad we can't follow it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't
know if we can actually do everything on this list.
I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the time return stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
That's another one of the sections that kind of, you know, freaks you out. And I believe, off the top of my head, there's only 3 more things that I know that we can do in this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, we've taken a lot of different paths, and we've done a lot of different things. But what you may not have known is we can go through this
No matter how
window
hard
right
Stanley
there.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Once I get... there we go. There we go. I want to crouch and go out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
You know, no.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected Continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, since we are going to see what happens, we're going to restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until
Again,
he heard
one
this
of the things that
narration
I
and
wish we could
realized
have
it was
skipped.
part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Bring it on.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. you too will become quite unbearable.
Not bad. Is there more? Okay, I've had enough of that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
There is one more
What could
thing.
it
I don't know
mean?
if we'll be able to do it or
Stanley
not.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I mentioned when we were doing the
When Stanley
tricking the
came to a
narrator
set
into
of two
thinking we
open
entered the
doors,
boss's
he entered
office.
the door on his left.
We could go through the other doorway. I'm not quite sure
Yet there was not a single
what we have to do to
person
get it
here
to
either.
trigger.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. hoping he
Supposedly
might
there's
find an
a
answer
instance
there.
where this says boom closet. Never managed to get that to
Coming
do
to a
that.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There we go. We're gonna take the elevator. It's pretty good elevator music. And this will literally go on forever, as far as I know. Okay, restart. Alright, door 430. You can actually see this from the achievements on Steam.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I'll probably fast forward this so you guys don't have to listen and sit. And yet, on second thought, I don't think I could live with myself by depriving you of this amazing time we're going to have doing this. So, no. You're going to watch every click as it's clicked. Because clicking is
I have
fun.
to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, where's door 417? There it is.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I was back this way.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
It's back this way.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
There's a few things we can do. For instance, we can restart the game. Again, we have a different sort of, I'm not going in there.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
There's one thing we can get strangely. Something about boxes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
We're gonna keep restarting till we get it.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is...
There we go. This might be it.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
But that's not my oh, that's creepy. That's the name of my office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, we want the one with the orders of boxes. Oh, this is new.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Restart.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Restart.
How wonderful. Stanley was...
Restart.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself.
Restart.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, if this doesn't do it, then it's possible that because I did it in my first playthrough, it won't repeat. Because I've already done this like 20 times. Nope.
What could it mean?
Alright, we got one final ending to do, and then we're going to call it quits for this one-time playthrough of the Stanley Parable. And it's the easiest one to achieve. Just close your door.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And that's the Stanley Parable. I'm going to go ahead and save. And then we're going to quit to the menu. I really like this little monitor and a monitor and a monitor and a monitor kind of thing. Really cool effect. That's the Stanley Parable. It's a quick little game you can get through in a couple hours, probably a little bit more if you want to try and do everything. I'm sure there's some stuff, you know, some witty commentary that we missed from the narrator. It's a fun game. It'd be interesting to see what they can take it with if they went further with the concept. I know that the creator didn't really want to do any kind of DLC or any of that kind of expansion packs, but it's really cool. Give it a shot. It's, you know, something like 10, 12, 15 bucks full price, so you can probably get it whenever Steam has some sales. It's interesting. It's definitely a different twist on how video games are usually handled. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'm Great Chaos Angel. I will see you guys next time, and look forward to a wonderful 2014. Till then, later.